Hello, welcome to Fresno City College. My name is Mr. Forstier, and I'm going to be your online instructor for CIT 15 Computer Concepts. Now, this video is going to work for both of my online classes, so if your numbers are a little bit different on the screen, it's just simply because there's two different classes I'm working with, okay? When you first log in and you select your course, you're going to get to this screen after you've gotten registered. And in the Getting Started screen here, I want you to click on where it says Set Time Zone and Change Student ID, so I'm going to click there. This should be your student ID, your Fresno City College ID. Okay, it's usually a 7-digit or 6 or 7-digit number right here. Double check to make sure this is Pacific Standard Time. So enter that information, put that, click on Save, and then you have to close out that dialog box. It doesn't close it for you. Okay. The next thing is you're going to spend a lot of time in the Course Materials tab. So under Course Materials, when this comes up here in a second, it's going to have all your basic information. It's going to start off by having a copy of the welcome video, okay, that I'm actually sending you right now. This is the one that's here. A copy of the welcome email that I sent you here probably later today. A copy of the course outline. Some FAQs, some frequently asked questions. You might want to check those before you kind of, run for the hills and say, hey, what's going on? A direct link to the MyITLab tech support. I'm not your tech support person, so when you have technical issues and stuff, you want to contact them. A link to Microsoft Office 365 Personal for Windows. You're going to need something like that for this class. A copy of the direct link to the ebook, which is included in the price of the MyITLab, and then a folder for all the different weeks for the semester all the way through the final. Okay. So if we start off here and open up the course outline, that's really where we're going to get going and stuff. Here's a copy of the course outline for this class. And again, I'm doing this for two of my web classes, so your section numbers might be slightly different. You'll see that I have broken down it by week. Okay, so in first week here, I want you to do what's called review the weekly announcements, whatever's in that folder. You're going to go in, here's your tech support for MyITLab. You need to get this MyITLab registered and paid for by this Saturday, August 17th. If not, you're going to get dropped from the class. So you cannot have a temporary account after August 17th, regardless what it states, okay? We don't have any additional work this week. If you want to get started early, go into week 2, review the weekly announcements, okay? And then start working on the Windows training. And the homework for that week is going to be really, that you're going to be due for your grade, is a Windows 10 assessment that's due by August 24th. And then watch the narrated PowerPoint and read the chapter 1 in your ebook, okay? Now I'm going to kind of scroll down here so you can kind of see how things go from week to week, and you can look at that at any time when you go into your course, okay? As we get down below the final here we go. Emails, hey, I'm available Monday through Thursday. If you email me on Friday, a lot of times I can check them on Friday, but I do not get onto my email on the weekends, okay? So if you don't wait till last minute. Saturdays are typically the deadline. I'm not available on Saturdays, so be proactive and start early and stuff, so that this way if there's a problem you can reach out to me, okay? Anyway, what's required for this class? A PC or a Mac, okay? Smartphones or Chromebooks and stuff won't work. Tablets are not going to work or whatever. If you're going to have a Mac, you're going to have Office 365 Personal or Office 2019 for Windows installed, and you're going to have to use something like Boot Camp or VMware. Mac Office does not include Microsoft Access, and so you cannot do any of that homework. That would be 100 points. You'd probably lose a whole letter grade. So if you're going to use a Mac, which is fine, you're going to have to set it up ahead of time. You can either work with the Apple Store or whatever, or maybe online. Again, I'm not your technical person, but you need to have the Microsoft Office 365 Personal for 2019. Okay, and again, it's the information, because all the hands-on tests are going to be in that software. Okay, so you have to have access to it. It doesn't have to be on your computer. Maybe you have a friend that has Office 2019 on theirs, and you just go ahead and take those tests over at their house. Or what some students will do here, on test days, they'll come over here to the campus if they can, and they'll use our computer lab, okay, over in the library, and they'll do the test in our tutoring center or our lab center or stuff like that, because they know that we already have everything there. Okay, you'll need reliable high-speed internet access. You'll need this purchase of this Microsoft or these MyITLab software. Okay, that's the simulation. It's going to have a course ID. Now, right now, I just have the little question marks, but in your welcome letter, it'll have the actual course ID to get registered. So watch that video. It'll tell you all what to do, and then this will be the course ID number in your welcome email that has the act one. Again, here's the link to the tech support. If you have some issues like with email on campus, things that are more campus related to, here's the number of our tech support on campus, okay? They don't fix personal computers, I just want to let you know that, okay? Again, here's the breakdown on the links to get the Office 365 if you don't have it already, okay? Attendance for drops for an online class. Basically, I take attendance weekly by doing some type of activity, an assessment, a quiz, a test, whatever it may be. As long as you've done something that week, okay, then you're in attendance. If you didn't do something, that's an absence, okay? If you're absent twice, it means you didn't do anything for 2 weeks, and it's before the drop deadline, you're gonna get dropped in the class. So you can't just ignore it or you're gonna get dropped, okay? Face-to-face classes have basically the same process, okay? All right, again, you need to have a registered MyIT Lab if you haven't already by August 14th. So if you're watching this video, whatever, and it needs to be a paid account by August 17th. So if you're gonna be in this class, you need to jump on this stuff and get this stuff paid for. It's not a matter of financial aid, I'm sorry, but you know what? You'll have to make that decision if you want to stay in the class, because if you're not going to, you're going to get dropped, so I can put somebody else in the class, okay? We have an impacted program, and there are a lot of people waiting to get in, okay? So I just want to put that right up front, okay? If you want to drop, you can do that at your time all the way up till the drop deadline, which is a 9-week process. Here's a breakdown of the grading policy for quizzes. There's chapter quizzes for the various homework assessments, and that's really the big homework for the class. The 3 tests, Word, Excel, and Access, and then the final. Okay, and it's a standard grading system. Okay, here's a breakdown describing what the assessments are and what the trainings are. Okay, of how many times you can do things. In Windows, there's just going to be 1 Windows training and 1 Windows assessment. But Word, Excel, and Access all have like 4 little chapters, and so I just average the points together. Okay, so instead of having 400 points, you'll have 100 points, but it's an average from all 4 chapters. Okay, assignment due dates at the top you'll see are always in yellow. I typically try to do that, so you know they're typically going to be a due date which is Saturday 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because the MyIT Lab servers are on the East Coast, and when there's a problem, they shut down at midnight on their time. That's 9 o'clock our time. So that's going to be our deadline on Saturdays. Our deadlines are all set pretty much in stone. They're firm. So again, don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till Saturday to get it done, because if something happens to your computer, if something happens with your internet, if something happens to your MyIT Lab, you don't get it submitted by Saturday, you're going to get 0. Okay? Everything opens up typically on a Sunday morning, and you have until the following Saturday night to get it done. And if it waits to the last minute and technical difficulty happens, you're going to get a 0. So don't wait. Get on it during the week. Don't wait till the weekend. Okay. If you plan on cheating, there's a paragraph in here about cheating and dishonesty. Most important thing is to pay attention to this part, is you can't download a file from another student and submit it as your own, because that would be cheating on the hands-on test. Okay. General policies and outcomes, things like that. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to come back over here to our course materials page, right up again where we saw the course outline. Okay, again, there's the FAQs, there's the tech support, there is the link to get Microsoft Office 365, here's the ebook, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look at week 1. So I'm going to click on week 1, right? You say, well, gosh, Mr. Forster, all I got to do is oh look, weekly announcements. Go in here in the weekly announcements, okay, and read and watch all this stuff. Okay, there is a week 1 announcement, just a very short one, in addition to this one that I'm talking to you right now. Read these instructions first. That's a small document. Verify that you have your student ID, because if not, you're going to get dropped. Take a tour of the textbook, take a tour of the trainings, and take a tour of the hands-on test. So basically, week 1, get your software, get it paid for, watch a bunch of videos. Yeah, you're good. It's really easy on week 1. Okay. Now I'm going to come back up here to these breadcrumbs and go over to week 2, and that's where things will start working. I mean, so in week 2. Okay, click on this. You should go in and do what? You should go into the weekly announcements folder, watch whatever videos or links inside of it. So you get it. There you go. Watch those, read those, whatever. Then come back. Okay. Here we go. Oops, I went too far back. Week 2. Okay. And in week 2, you have what? You have a read the chapter, watch the narrated PowerPoint. Probably take you 15, 20 minutes, whatever to watch. It gives you an overview of what's in the chapter. And then here's a link to actually go in and read chapter 1. There's a training and an assessment. The trainings you can do as many times as you want. I don't keep any scores for trainings. The assessments you can do a maximum of 3 times, and I keep your highest score. Assessments are scheduled every week basically, okay? They open on Sunday, they close on Saturday nights. If you want to work ahead, you can work ahead on trainings. You cannot work ahead on assessments or quizzes and tests like that, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, so if we come back over here, the last thing I want to do, oops, go to the courses, is to look at the grades tab. Here's your grades tab. Grades, basically people want to know, hey, what am I getting in the class? Go to the grades tab. Don't go this route, because this route takes you where you have to look at each week individually. Go right to the custom view. I created a custom view that will always have your progress grade for everything that you've done, okay? So as you go from week to week to week, it's how many points did you accumulate, see, from here to here, and then I will send you an email saying, hey, there were 100 points this week, or there was 425 points this week, or something like that. And all you have to do is add up whatever points you've earned, divide it by that max, and then apply a standard grading system, and you'll know what your progress grades are. Okay. Most people do that I do that like once a month rather than once a week. Okay, because we have deadlines and stuff, and they can accumulate a little bit, but people want to have an idea of what's going on. Okay. So again, I come back over to here, and that's my starting point. When I'm ready to log out, I just click on sign out, and I'm done. Oh, there's an option here for a print upgrade if you wanted to go buy a physical print book, a 3-ring binder one. That's up to you. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Look forward to working with you throughout the semester. Bye-bye.